You're gonna give me 4. You already gave me 8.
8, man.
You already gave me 8.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I think so.
Another 4. Let's try 4 first. So are you only do push-ups?
Yeah, I usually do push-ups. Every day. I don't have equipment.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. Almost every day. I'm very strict about it. I take it serious. Do you have any moment in your life that you'd say changed the person you once were?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Changed.
Yeah, like a defining moment where you just became a whole new person.
Where I just became
A whole new person.
a.
A whole new person.
I think I'm in that process trying to change myself now.
Yeah.
Because I just realized that like there's just some things they're just not working on. And I had to find a way how to deal with everything. And I realized that Casey that I once been, it's not working out. And the crazy part, I changed, man, like too much.
Yeah. I can tell. I
Yeah.
can tell.
It's like my previous relationship, it was like 2 years ago. Like a real relationship.
A romantic relationship.
Yeah. When I met that girl, she was into unconditional love. She didn't have like self-love.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
Oh, that, yeah.
So everything started being about me, like how I move, why am I doing that?
So you were the center.
Yeah. So, and I couldn't, she realized that I was the problem the whole time. She just wanted my attention and unconditional love. So it went for like a good 4 years. And after the breakup, it was just me trying to realize actually what happened. Because after that breakup, I started changing, behaving like her.
Oh.
Now I'm searching for unconditional love and I lost my self-love. And in that space, I had to look at some few figures to change, trying to gain my self-love back. That's how I ended up in G. Yeah.
How long did that take you?
It's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
I'm following you, so you gotta show me what. Okay. How do you get inspired? How do you, when you're feeling stuck, how do you?
You just look in the mirror and you try to find a little process that you made, and that's gonna turn into motivation.
Really?
Like,
But
yeah.
sometimes,
Fresh up and be like, oh, okay, I gained something, and that keeps you going.
but yeah, say you are stuck, especially like creative wise, because you're a creative.
Yeah.
When you are stuck as a creative, how do you reignite that creativity?
Okay, this one is more crazy because a lot of people don't think that I'm that type, but actually I get on my knees and I pray.
So you consult to God.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta show me what you are doing.
Okay, let's work at the back. Yeah, you're too powerful for me. It's a heavy light for you.
Is it? It's light for me. It's
Yeah.
light. I don't know why I didn't know it first.
Because now you got muscles.
Yeah?
Because you got muscles.
I do. They're starting to show now, you know.
Got push-ups only. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's impressive.
That's crazy. They're starting to show now. Lately I just watch myself and I'm on some, oh shit, I built that. You know? One thing about working out or
Yeah.
fitness is that most people, they want to do it for like 2 weeks, you know.
And then
they
they're
want
done.
yeah, they want a quick fix. They want to do like 2 weeks to lose weight, you know.
Or 2 weeks to gain
Yeah,
muscles.
people want a shortcut always.
The crazy part is, actually, I started gymming, I think, a year ago. I had a contract with this other company, and then the contract ended, and I came here. So I have like a year and 3 months in gym. But the progress, it's less.
Because
I don't know. Maybe it's the way I eat.
yeah, nutrition is big. I'm also like that. I have like a fast metabolism. So yeah. Hey, yesterday I ate like, I think 4 meals, you know. And then I felt like I was forcing myself to finish that meal.
On what reasons actually?
Because, you know, like sometimes I work out and then I see the results, and then once I stop, I get back to my usual shape, usual size, which is something I do not
don't
want.
want.
Yeah, so I'm trying to eat more.
Okay.
Trying to eat more.
So it helps, man.
Yeah.
Not just eat everything and I can go a day without a meal. That's
Ah, you
crazy.
see, you see, yeah, that is.
The only one time I get forced to eat it, I'm at work. And I feel like it's hard to get flour if you're at work.
Yeah.
If you just having you time, you can chillax and never think about it.
Do you think you'd be anyone's personal trainer? Because right now you're not doing it.
Nah, that's what I'm used to training alone. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But otherwise, let's try it.
I'm trying to follow you.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
this
know
is
what they call
this is
this.
light. Yeah, I do this a lot.
Yeah.
I have like small dumbbells.
And then let's try this one.
Okay. Do it again.
Yeah, I know it's so light. Make sure it goes straight. Like,
You know, another thing is that you can like lift all the heavy weights as you can, as long as you're not doing the right thing.
yeah, it never works.
Doesn't help.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Already. How long do you usually work out?
No, I do this and I take a break, go to my phone. Because most of the time I prefer just chilling in the gym.
Just chilling.
Yeah, working out, chilling. I can work out for like...
Yeah. You can stay here the whole day.
Yeah.
Hey, is it like therapy for you?
Yeah, it's just so because the world just go quiet when you're in the gym. It's like when you make music.
I want to talk more about that. Do you have anything coming?
Actually, I have
A project
I have 2 projects that I dropped.
already?
Yeah, initially I told you that I wanted to rebrand to Limpopo Superstar.
Yeah.
And the reason being me rebranding to Limpopo Superstar was, like I told you, I lost myself to unconditional love. So Casey was just in that process, was just in that part. When all that happened, he dropped his last song called When I'm Gone. That was like,
So you were killing yourself.
in a way.
Tell me more about When I'm Gone.
So When I'm Gone, it's a song that I recorded in 2020. It was that process that you lockdown and everything.
COVID.
Yeah, I had free time with me. So then I just sit down with myself. It's like, hey Joe, we gotta change some things. And if we're gonna change some things, it means we have to go search for some things. Like, what is Casey capable of? And then, what are you capable of? It was just a conversation.
You as Limpopo Superstar.
That time it was Letao.
Oh, you as Little.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like we are ahead of all this. So I came across the song called When I'm Gone. Honestly, I'm just saying, actually, would you cry for me if I'm gone? And the verse goes like,
Oh yeah, I think I've had that.
yeah.
one.
The verse goes like, I'm a kid on a mission trying to save kids from depression. I don't do it for a prize or for competition. I
Ooh.
see it through my vision.
I like the rhythm.
And lead by my passion. Gave the world my passion, but it's giving me depression deep down in the ocean. So all that I was just saying, like, man, I'm not fine and I have to go search for myself. And why am I doing all this? I'm just trying to save kids from depression, which I was just saying this to Casey Ililitao.
Yeah.
So that was my last song as Casey. And 4 years later, I started performing live. I started doing all that, and the passion started came back.
Yeah.
And early this year, I decided, like, you know what, we've been using this land, Limpopo Superstar, every time we perform, and I guess it's just working out. Let's rebrand to Limpopo Superstar. The reason is I was just scared to go rebuild Casey, and I thought it was gonna be just easy just to build somebody new.
Is it,
And
how has that been?
it's not working out.
No way.
It's not
No.
working out. But yeah, I did the brand Limpopo Superstar. I dropped the first track. It was God Did. It was actually remixed. Yeah, DJ Khaled.
Okay.
And then I did that remix. I dropped it. I think it was around April. I don't know, after April. And after that, I had a song called Cushioning God. The song I did with Chronic, and then I did with Diggy Juice. And I'm on the first verse, and yeah, so I dropped that second song. Matter if you listen to the whole thing, it just Limpopo Superstar came back, and his whole message, he just talked about God. Because the first single was like God Did, and the second single was Cushioning God, and I haven't dropped anything after that.
Do you think you're gonna go back to Casey? Do you think you're gonna like use them both as two alter
Yeah, I
egos?
have to.
Yeah.
Because now I'm in the process trying to rebuild Casey. I'm trying to go pick up the pieces that I was scared to pick up long time ago. So I feel like it's all about time I go rebuild Casey and then use them as both brains.
Let me just check if this work. See. One thing I like about your music is that it has a lot of message.
Yeah, that was Casey.
Yeah, that was Casey.
Yeah,
Right?
that
I
was
hear a lot of. There's a lot of pain.
Yeah, in it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
is-
a lot of meaning. But my question is, how important is bringing a message on a song and making a hit? You know, because those can go like two ways.
Two ways.
Sometimes some artists, they just want to make a hit, but it's not so many of them who wanna like say something, heal someone.
Heal someone. It goes with what you're trying to do in the music thing. What's your impact? Like with me, I don't just write music because I feel like I have to make a hit and people have to dance to the hit. It's just me trying to heal myself. If you listen to my music properly.
Yeah. I hear that a lot.
I'm just speaking to me, like, and most of the times I'm not trying to heal somebody. I'm trying to heal me.
Yeah.
And people relate to
resonate,
that.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like he's speaking to everybody, but the whole truth is,
yeah, I feel like that is the whole point of art.
Yeah.
Because you are being truthful, you are bringing your feelings, and people they just relate. I like to try to relate to people.
Yeah,
because in that way they don't usually relate. Yeah.
And with that, man, it's crazy because with Limpopo Superstar, he had a lot of things to say, man. To the point that every time I listen to that, I'm like, nah, nah, this is just too much, man. It's like, nah, I feel like maybe I'm just being a bitch. Like I'm crying too much. Like I'm being a cry baby.
Boy,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we need that.
I feel like I'm not in a good space to give the people that. Like, if I'm like, okay, this is the situation I'm in right now. It's kind of embarrassing to say it out loud and take it out to the people while I'm still in the situation. I feel like it's gonna be like, okay, he's crying out for help or he needs something from people. But if I'm saying that as in like it's something that happened in the past, it's like a motivation to people in the same space.
You can do it also. You can also get out.
Yeah,
of
you
that
can
space.
also like make it out. You can go through it. So I feel like we just have to push through and keep that music to yourself. And when we find, we'll give the people like, okay, man, this is what I was being through. So if you're in that, you don't have to worry about it too much. We all go through something like that.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like talking about money when you don't have it.
Yeah, you see, it doesn't just make sense to me. It's like now I'm out the track, like I'm out the path. So I just have to, man, just try to space it up, not exactly like that way.
Yeah.
If it's that the case, because I have this new track that I wanted to drop called Enough. It goes like, enough is enough. Please don't do it, my brother. I know that you're tired. Just keep it together. To the top, there's no let. I was crying. I was working every day. Couldn't care what they say. It's just like a lot. The interesting part for me is the first line. Please don't do it, my brother. I know that you're tired. For a lot of people, when they're going to hear that, I don't know what they're going to think. But when I hear it, I'm like, damn. So there's just a lot to give up to people. Like
Yeah.
This is the whole message that I'm trying to tell you guys. So, I don't know. Just not the right space to say things like that.
Can you share with me one of your toughest challenges?
Yeah, man. One of my toughest
How
challenges.
did you overcome it?
Okay, I'm going to talk about this one because I'm over it.
Okay.
Okay, it was around 2020 that it's through my previous relationships. So I was staying with this girl and everything was just fine. One time I decided like, yo man, I don't want you anymore, you gotta go out.
You decided that?
She decided that.
Oh yeah, okay.
She decided like, you know what, I'm kicking you out. I don't care what time is it. I don't care where you're gonna go.
What time was it?
Around 12.
What?
I
AM.
Yeah, I don't care where you're gonna go, who you gonna call, how much you have, man. You know what? Just it is whatever.
Why? What did you do?
Doesn't matter what I have. Okay, like, I came back from an event. Okay, and now I'm in a shower and then she's on a phone call. I'm like, who are you talking to? And nobody, and now we're fighting for the phone. So I kind of acted out of character, trying to see who she was talking to.
Anger issues.
Yeah, like I told you, but I'm dealing with that now. So, and I saw who was she talking to on the phone, and I wanted to go outside, and she stopped me from going outside because she wanted us to talk about it. And at that point, Mr. Nobody done a lot. There was nowhere I could be in that space. And I went outside. I came back. Now my things are getting doing outside.
Dude, I only see those things in the movies.
Yeah, actually, it happens in real life.
Why? I only see this.
So the crazy part is like I didn't have any sand in my name at that time.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have anything, and there was this other guy that was just passing by all the time. I knew him asking for his love for small type of vibes. I didn't even know his name. So when they were doing all that, it kind of caused tension through the patches. Like everybody was awake. So that guy opened his door, started like taking my things to his room.
Oh yeah.
He didn't even say anything to me. He just like he saw the situation and he opened his door and then started like helping me to pack. He's like, yo, let's take this shit to my room and sleep. We'll talk the next day.
Yeah.
So we done that and I couldn't understand what was going on. My head was spinning like it was spinning. Like now the reality started hitting me. And I went outside. I think it was around 2:30 at that time. I was chilling at the park till 10 o'clock in the morning. Just chilling, not doing anything. My phone
just
is
thinking.
off. Yeah, just thinking. Just you type. And yeah, I stayed with that guy, man, for as long as I could remember. And there was even one time that the girl called me. It was like, yo, can you come see me? Like, oh, you want to see me? I think it was 2 days after that. I was like, okay, maybe she's thinking straight now, because I think we had so many years together, man. I saw a future. So yeah, I went to see her and I realized that man, this wouldn't work out, because after that it was just so many niggas after niggas. It was just a lot. So I was like, man, it's fine. I'm gonna go this way, you go that way. And I never spoke to the girl ever since. It's been 2 years. So and after that situation, I had to go back home at some point and
take a break.
Yeah, I felt like I needed to just sit down and think straight. So and then another way surprised, nigga just pulled through, got it back. I'm not somebody who comes home. If I go home, I can just go home like this. See them the next day I come back. Nigga pulled through, got it back, and I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, is it a problem? No. And Glilabona been like for 2 weeks, 2 months to 6 months. And after 6 months, I'm there chilling in my room and I'm making a lot of music. I have so many music in the top. There's actually a song called 2022. It talks about that whole situation, like everything. So it's like 6 months at home. And now I'm just frustrated. I'm smoking too much. There's no direction. Like, my dad comes towards me. He's like, yo, man, I can see that, like, you going through it. And I can't tell you what to do with your life. You're the one who decided that you want to be a superstar. You want to chase all that. But how about you just sit down and ask the Lord to give you the right direction to go, through? I was like, shit, that's not a bad idea. And I went, got on my knees. I was like, dear God, if me being in the city chasing all that was the right direction for me, and everything that we're going through, it's a story that we have to tell people at the end of the day. Give me a sign to go back. And if it's not, let it be, man. I'll see what I can do at home. Maybe get college around the hood and just, I don't know,
settle.
Just don't say anything. Just let it be, and then I know it's your will. 2 days later, my cousin calls me. He's like, yo, we on TV5. I was like, nah, we on TV screen. He's like, yeah, we on TV screen. So I run to the TV and I turn on the TV. Boom, niggas on TV. So for 2 seconds, I was excited that I'm on TV. The third second, I was like, nah, this is our sign to go back.
And it's the Lord showing you a
sign. It's Lord giving my sign that we're in the right path. We should continue with that. And at that time, I didn't have anything under my name again. And I just told my parents that I'm going back. God gave me a sign. And I went back.
You told them that?
I went straight to my dad. I was like, okay, remember what you told me? I went to God and I told him this, and he gave me this. And I'm going back. And I'm not asking for anything. I just want you guys to pray for me, and I'm going to take my bags and I'm heading out.
Now do you have money to...
Nah, listen to this. Now I'm broke as fuck. I don't have anything. Okay, I do that. They pray for me. It's like around 8 that night. Then, okay, I don't stay in the same house with them. Like,
Okay.
it's fine. I do all that. I pack my bags. I'm in the other house. I stay with my little brother.
Okay.
Now we just in the den room chilling. It's like I'm fine. Really, you bouncing back. I'm like, yeah, I'm heading back. I'm fine. It's like, I know, sure, good luck. Sure. He goes to sleep. There's just me in the den room.
Thinking.
What am I gonna do now? Like, we already packed the bags. We go. We don't even have money for taxi, but God gave us a sign, and there's no way you can say I'm gonna use God to go back to the city. And it's fine. My brother calls me. He's like, this is really what happening. What. He's like, okay, Sharp. If you shouldn't need anything, you're gonna let us know if things are not working out. Okay, Sharp. I do all that. My mom wakes up around 4 a.m. every time she goes to work, and I just told myself that around 6 so I'm leaving tomorrow. I don't have anything. And then the next day, my mom comes to my door. He gives me money. He's like, okay, you can use this for taxi. I don't know what you're gonna do when you get there, but God be with you. Good luck.
Yeah.
So I done that when I came to the city. Called few people. They end up giving me space to stay for like 2 days, end up to 2 weeks, and after that I got myself a job, and then I was able to pay for my rent, and the rest was just behind me.
Yeah. Hey, that's crazy, bro. I don't know if I was gonna be able to bounce back
The thing
in that
is,
type of situation.
that's not the most difficult situation I've been. This is the beginning of the whole thing. Because I came back and I was looking for a job. I mean, I had like every day I was carrying like 15 CVs in me. And I used to go to a place.
15.
15.
Yo.
Joe, I walked around the city.
Yeah.
Like, I walked around, Joe. I did so many things.
You dropped CVs.
Everywhere, Joe. I remember, like, it got to a point where I used to walk into a building and I know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and some people already saw my face like, yeah, this nigga been trying the whole fucking day. I was like, man, you know what? Good luck, man. Just keep trying. Like, we don't have any there, but it's good luck.
So
keep trying.
did it work? Did you?
It didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work till I went back to pray. That's the thing
Whoa.
with God. Till I went back to pray.
And
So-
yeah, what happened?
It got a point where like I didn't have anything anymore. I didn't even have money for CV. I couldn't ask anybody anything. I couldn't ask anybody for money for meals anymore. So it was like, yo, you saw what God done for you at that time. How about you invite Him again in this journey? So I like, yo, I don't want to be in this situation anymore, God. So if there's anything I could do to get a job so I can just at least pay for my bills and at least go back to school, that would be better. At least I'll see a way forward. And the next day I had 20 rand, which I was hungry as fuck. So I never got to get chips, fakumo. So like, but something was like, yo man, like take that money and only one CV, and I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
What is it? Intuition?
Yeah, it's just something
Yeah.
telling me inside. Just take that 20 rand and make a CV, and I'll tell you where to go.
What?
I took that 15
No,
rand.
how is that coming to you? Is
Just
it?
this inner voice speaking to you. Have you ever,
Yeah.
like an example, as a kid, yeah? If you wanna do something wrong, let me say you, at that time growing up, you wanna smoke and you know that smoking is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't. Nobody told you that this is wrong, but
Yeah.
you doing it. You know something is telling you that this is wrong.
Yeah.
So it was just that feeling. Something was just telling me that this is what you gotta do. And I mean, there's just something that speaks to you. Like if you pay attention to yourself, like growing up, there's a voice that speaks like in you, and you get to be against it all the time, and it
Yeah.
fades away.
Yeah. So okay, let's continue.
So like I used my last 20 rand, I made a CV, and then like I think it was top day, and I walked. I was just walking at that time. It was like 20 rand when I made the CV for 15 rand. I had 5 rand in my pocket. I was walking, and when I was walking, I got this other guy Standard Bank. I was like, yo man, I love your uniform. Where is your company?
It's you. You're telling him.
Yeah. I was like, I want to meditation. So I do that properly.
Yeah.
Shall we speak? He was like, you see headfelt. I was like, yeah, I know headfelt. He's like, if you Victoria's white, I'll fit straight, you're gonna see my company. And off it like that, you just see what you do. I don't know. And then Pretorius, we got head fell. He's like, yeah, so I walked like an hour and 30 minutes.
Looking for this building.
Yeah, but he told me that I just have to go straight and then I'm gonna come across it. And then on the way, I met this Freddy. You see Freddy? Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I wanna go to Black Lab. I wanna go to Headfield. He's like, Headfield Kaloto. And I tell him the direction. Like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to Arcadia. What? I'm gonna use a taxi. I'm like, I'm for the number, bro. So I'll just take a walk.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. And in my head, I'm like, hey, that guy didn't tell me where to hold. And then now this guy is telling me where to hold. And after 30 minutes to an hour walking, I can see like, yeah, now I've been walking now. I've been walking. So I walk, I get there. Okay, now see, that's exactly the I got to the gate and I asked like, yo, I'm trying to drop my CV. But we're not taking more people. The last people we took, it was yesterday. Mara, that lady looks at me like, Mara, wait, how old are you? At that time, I was like, I think, go to 20. It was before my birthday. 19 to 20. She'd come in.
Yeah.
So she left me in Ungisha straight to the manager. And then open the packets on dollar how so can I mean how tomorrow I'm just young. And after I pull up my CD, he checked the ID number, he calls everybody. The youngest who ever came here. They're
So
like,
you were the youngest?
Youngest. They're like, I'm like, yeah. And the most boring part, they're like, we don't have space, Mara, we can't let you go through. Something tells us that we can't let you walk through that door.
It's God.
Yeah, like, okay, it's fine. There's nothing they can do for me and they can't let me out through that door. Mara, like, we can give you a casual contract. You can work for us as a casual. As soon as somebody step out, you're going to take their place.
Yeah.
So I was a casual for 9 months. That 9 months, I've seen a lot of shit. I've been through most horrible places.
You've been through the most. I think we should go to the treadmill.
Yeah,
do some running.
Yeah.
And we'll continue from here. Yeah.
Enough is enough. Please don't do it, my brother. Yeah, I know that you're tired. Just keep it together. To the top, there's no ladder. I was working every day, couldn't care what they say. I was pushing through the pain. Nobody told me be this way. Nobody told me about the pain. Pushing through the pain, yeah, I'm pushing through the pain. Pushing through the pain, yeah, I'm pushing through the pain. Pushing through the pain, yeah, I'm pushing through the pain. When I shoot, I'll never miss. This my chance, so let me be. I've been working since grade 3. I've been grinding on my knees. I remember no one gave a fuck about my name. Now I make it rain, man, I'm doing great. Man, I elevating, no more pain. Look how far I made it now. I was down on the ground, had no one by my side. Now they're coming close, cause I'm so close. Yeah, where were you when we were still far to be close? Where were you when we were still broke? Where were you when there was no hope? Where were you when my name was still a joke? Enough is enough, please don't do it, my brother. Yeah, I know that you're tired, just keep it together. To the top, there's no ladder. I was working every day, couldn't care what they say. I was pushing through the pain. Nobody told me be this way. Nobody told me about it.
So, other than making music, do you have like hobbies? What do you like to do other than making music? You also play piano, right?
Yeah, I play piano.
But other than creative stuff, what do you like enjoy doing?
Boxing.
Have you ever like fought with anyone? Like,
Yeah.
in the ring?
Yeah, last month after my breakup, I was in a fight. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that white boy fucked me up. White boy fucked me up. Big
The
time.
white boy.
Yeah.
He had skills. Did you say?
And then they say that he'd been boxing since 7. I just took my chances.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you went there like and
Yeah, it was just I think that you're using your head instead of your heart.
Yeah.
I mean your heart instead of your money.
Yeah. How is boxing? How is it? Because I don't understand how someone gets knocked out like in boxing. Because when I look at like those punching,
Yeah.
the boxing gloves. It's like, nah, man, that thing doesn't hurt.
It does hurt you a lot. Cause remember that niggas punch you in the face, and that punch, well before that fighting, long day or train, and you're gonna train that one combo on a boxing punching back. Punching boxing back is so hard, so your hands get used to punching heavy things. So I could talk about another show from punching back for years. It's just so hard, but there's no way you won't get down. They knock you out.
Plus you get tired.
You get tired firstly, and if you're focused, and yeah. There's some guys foreign, they once been in a ring, but you got ambulance.
Yeah.
And they still came back in boxing.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So some people just love violence and you just love getting hurt.
Yeah. What is your go-to type of music? Your go-to, like what is that? If you had to choose one genre, which one would it be?
Hip hop.
Why hip hop?
I feel like even now it's only hip hop that I'm listening to.
Oh yeah.
Because it connects with me. Like I feel like hip hop, it's one of the genres that speaks without hiding anything. Unlike Amapiano. Okay, yeah.
Okay, but you play piano.
And I have a new track Amapiano that I want to try.
Really?
Yeah. I made the beat on it though, and I got this other chick, Chronic, that I did feature on my previous single, Questioning God. She's the one who doing the vocals.
Yeah. How easy is it to make piano? Like transitioning from hip hop and to piano. How is it difficult? How is it?
If you listen to my music,
Yeah.
and you just trying to imagine the type of sound that I'm trying to come up with, Amapiano, what do you think it would be?
I don't know, maybe Afro piano.
Yeah, those type of vibes. So
Yeah.
for me it was easier because I can play keyboard.
Oh yeah. of
So
course.
I just took my emotions, put them on the keys, and then the next thing they was the drums.
Do you listen to Amapiano?
Nah,
What?
Mara, if you listen to Amapiano, if you're a producer, yeah, Amapiano, and you listen to that song, you're gonna be like, people, he doesn't listen to Amapiano, but he killed the song. A lot of people tell me that we can tell that you're not a producer.
Yeah.
I'm a piano producer, but then this is fire.
Okay, I find it hard to imagine that.
Yeah.
So you don't have any like favorite Amapiano artists? Nothing.
I have songs.
You have
Yeah. I think you see that song yeah, Kapsama Purisa, Siakandan.
Is it
Hey,
verse?
no, I'm lying. Not Siakandan. I don't listen to Amapiano. Okay, what is it?
Which one is that one?
Okay, what's your favorite song? Yeah, Kapsama Purisa.
Mapuri Abalele.
Yeah,
Yeah, but for me it's a bunch of them. But yeah, Abalele, yeah.
You see that one? I was able to hear it very nicely at Sanamon. I was like, damn, this is dope. Sure.
Yeah, no.
So I was able to see that, you're like, this is fire for me.
Hey, I thought maybe like they saw us on the camera and then they came in for us.
Nah, I don't think they could have saw it because it's that side.
Hey, that's what I thought.
Sure, nah.
Yes, yeah. So Abalele,
Yeah, it was fire. And then Lim. Vestos album, yeah, Kevin Momo Yamatom. I think he has 3 albums so far, ne? The ones that didn't trend.
Is it the last one? The
First.
previous one? The one that has a little girl with a shibelani?
I think, what's that album? I have 2 or 3 favorite songs in it.
Coven Momo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coven Momo is proper.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So yeah.
Are you a morning person, or would you prefer sunset or sunrise? Are you a moon person or a sun person?
Sunset.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Why?
Man, I feel like I've been doing them both at home.
Yeah.
Because there was times where I used to just walk out, chill at my favorite spot, look at the sunrise, and then morning session, and then I go to bed. Later on, I do the same thing as sunset, sunrise and sunset.
What do they do to, I don't know, your sanity? What do they do to, do they bring some sort of,
This is type of energy that you get. It's just
is it
peaceful.
is it like therapy for you?
Yeah, it's just so peaceful. You get to think straight.
Yeah.
And especially if it's quiet, it's just you and that quiet space and that energy. When the sun rises, the fact that it's the beginning of something,
Yeah.
and you get to see it ends at the end of the day. You saw it when it rises, and now you see it when it
Yes,
goes down.
same here. For me, I like sunsets because it's some sort of a reflection.
Yeah.
You know, I just be there and I'd be like, oh, today I did this and I did that. Oh, what an amazing day that I had. You know, I'm like reflecting.
Yeah.
And again, you need to be there. But it's because I put it on hard.
Yeah, you can just slow it down a little bit. And then people who do this every day, maybe 3 times a day.
Hey, it must be very healthy.
Yeah.
Because
There's
it's hard.
but there's a competition go juicy so I wanna go.
Like cycling. Oh.
Yeah. But not really a competition, just like a long distance ride. So
Yeah,
again,
that's nice. So I wanna like join the marathon.
Nah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll play about Olympics.
Yeah. I think I'm organized.
Actually,
Yeah.
how did they end up there?
The-
For the Olympics in Taco Vibes.
How do you get?
End up,
Is that what
yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, Lena, this year I was watching and I was on some damn.
Yeah.
How come I'm not an athlete?
Like, I saw this other girl, I remember Missilo South Africa, I'm like, there are some people who have done better.
Yeah, of course.
My question was like, how do you actually get there?
I think you have to have some sort of records in your country so that they can, because it's not about age.
Yeah, I saw that little boy too, yeah.
It's not about age, it's not about.
But I think it's about money. Because what's that school? That private school?
No, you know, there's this guy who, he broke a record, marathon. You know him from South Africa. He's like, he doesn't seem to have money, you know. And yeah, he was at the Olympics. That's why I'm saying, I think you have to have some sort of record in your country so that they can take you there, you know. So you first have to do it in your country.
Before you do it into the world.
Yeah, before you go out into the world.
And it's like every 4 years or 5 years?
I think 4 or 5. It's more like the event it's like even FIFA.
Oh.
You know, yeah, it takes some time. Even the elections, I don't know why they do this. And some people, they say it's because they are hiding the elephant in the room.
How?
You know, like how like it's believed that the government is manipulating the world. So there is also with COVID, some people, they believe that it was some sort of distraction for us to not see what was going on. You know, yeah, or to block us from something that that has a potential of happening, because what they did is that they triggered fear. Everyone was afraid.
Of what?
of COVID.
Oh yeah.
So immediately we are all afraid. That is kind of the energy that is governing all of us. So our vibration as humanity is kind of like low. Yeah.
And then for Olympics, what do you think they were trying to hide?
I don't know why. Some people say that. I don't fully believe that they're always trying to hide something. Would you prefer to live your life with only films or only music?
I feel like only music, because it's hard for me to explain myself on the camera than how I can do it on the music.
Yeah. I'm saying like listening. Would you like consume only music or?
Oh, consume. Oh yeah, obvious. Yeah. That's an obvious.
What is your relationship with films? Do you like films?
I actually do, né? But recently I'm trying to change that to books.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to enjoy the
Yeah,
same.
actually imagine.
Yeah, my imagination. I'm trying to build it, but at least I can see that as a movie. So my relationship with films, it's not that much.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, it's called Rise.
Rise.
I think it's 2023 or 2022.
I don't know that one.
About this guy, I think they come from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And they left the country, they're in another country, and then they end up having a child on the way, trying to leave Nigeria to another country. And they left their firstborn at home.
Yeah.
And they were in another country at that time. They had a second-born, third-born, another one. They were only 5, but they were staying with 4 of them. And then these 2 boys, firstborn and second-born, saw like, man, I don't like the way me and my family are living. So it means I gotta do something about it. Like, and their dad used to be a football superstar, but I failed.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish up his dreams. So he was always teaching the boys how to play soccer. And one time, I think they were 16 and 14, they decided like, no, we don't want to live like this anymore. Let's go play basketball. We had that, they had a lot of money.
Yeah.
Then Nigerians legally in that country, so it was hard for them to get papers. So yeah, they played basketball, they worked their ass to the top, and it was a difficult journey. They ended up in the NBA. It was just a crazy, happy ending. So
yeah,
I kind of really watch that movie all the time.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, and then, like the crazy part is all of them, 4 of them, they end up all of them in NBA.
Oh. Is it based on
Based on true story.
Oh. Yeah, I like those type of stories. I also enjoyed Gifted Hands. You know,
yeah.
Yo, in high school I thought I was gonna be a doctor.
Yeah. So it means you're a genius then.
No, I had a lot of genius friends.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of, I would see that I can do it because I saw the type of lifestyle that they had, you know, how they studied and all that, and I saw that it was possible for me, you know. But now I don't think I would be able to do that because I was always a creative, you know, from my primary school, and then when I got to grade 10, that is when I started to meet these geniuses, you know, and then I started to act like them. So that's why I had an impression that I can become a doctor. Yeah, I wanted to do that for some time until I got out of high school and I saw the real world, and like a lot of things were just pulling me to this creativity. So yeah.
Yeah, man, you know, life after grade 12, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it just turns around. It becomes a whole new thing.
You know, I feel like after that stage, man, you just have to change yourself and tell yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna take risk.
Yeah, take
I'm
risks.
gonna put myself out there.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming for you.
Yeah, after matric is when you should be willing to try just about everything. I think maybe up to at least 24, 23, 24, and then from there now you have a niche. Then yeah, that's where you build. You start to build. Yeah.
Man, I'm out for me, you know, it's been crazy. I've been building since 15.
Since 15 years.
Yeah.
But you've been doing the same thing, you know. Some people, they don't know what to do. You know, some people, they don't actually know, okay, I'm an artist. When you know, okay, my way is music, and you have history. You know, you are programmed, you are like me, you are programmed to tap into this thing. But some people, they don't know.
The thing is, if we try to look at the whole story, how I was programmed, it's crazy because anybody can do that if they really want.
Yeah.
But people are just scared to fail.
Yeah, that is big. That is big because you're always gonna fail. Yeah, people are afraid of failure.
I feel like it's true like that, you know. Failure always gonna be there all the time.
Yeah, whether you pursue that thing or not, there's always gonna be failure. We can switch to the other side.
Okay.
I can feel the pain, I can feel the hate, through the handshake, everyone is fake, make your own mistakes, I'm done playing your games, you better call me lame, I don't take your blame, she just wanna take, you a slave to this bitch, you should be ashamed, now she play my tape.
I want us to dive into...
So I should face that side, man.
No,
That's fine.
anyway, it's casual. I also wanna face this side. But yeah, I wanna know, how did you get started in music? What inspired you to take it seriously?
Okay, the question is why or what inspired me to take it seriously?
What inspired you?
I think that was getting to realize okay, now the person who taught music is no longer around and his equipment are just next to me. What am I gonna do with those equipment? And I decided to make music. Then I started making music and it became that thing that, okay, we gotta make my uncle proud. So it just became obsessive with me and music. Like I gotta make him proud. Like the whole reason why I started making music, I started playing keyboard.
Yeah.
He taught me how to play keys. I was young, man. Like I think 8, 9. I was so young.
Yeah.
Or 7. But what I know, it's like after 9 years, he left and he passed away. And now I had his equipment with me. I had to decide.
How old are you by that time?
I was 11, 10.
Yeah.
11, 10. I was like, okay, now we're playing keyboard, but then what's the direction? Like, how about we take that thing, re-record, and I started making beats. I started like recording my own beats. And after that, I just decided like, let me just use one of my beats.
Well, at that time you are 11, right?
Yeah, 11.
And you making beats and all that. Do you have a mind where you are on some, this is what I want to do with my life?
At that time, it was like, okay, we make music, but it was never that thing that we were like, I don't know, I could understand the whole meaning of the big dream or the big passion out of music. Or maybe I was initially started like planning out what I want to do with my life. It was just me playing keyboard.
Having fun.
Yeah, it was just me having fun making beats. I was just making beats. It didn't make sense at that time.
You didn't know why you were making them?
I knew why I was making them.
Why?
I knew like I had to
reason?
make the old man proud. I had to finish what he started.
Oh yeah.
It was just me
Continuing
trying to
the legacy.
continue with his legacy.
But then, okay, now, when did it start to click that, hey, this is what I want to do?
Okay, this is what happened. I think I was in grade 8, first time in my high school. So now, remember I told you that I was making beats and just recording some few stuff. I had this one song called "I Wanna Be Your Man." That song was whack though. I kind of understand that.
By who?
By me, I wanna be your man. Just I wanna
yeah?
be your man.
Was it a love song?
Yeah, it was a love song, you know.
Yeah.
So now there's function at my school, high school, and I decided that okay, I wanna perform, and
Yeah.
I went for performance for first time in my life, performing in such too many people.
Yeah.
So there was a large crowd, and they were booing, man. Like, boo.
What?
I was still a kid. I didn't understand so many things.
What?
They were booing. Boo. And
So you have your song in a USB or you going a cappella?
no, I was playing my song like at the speaker,
Yeah,
so it was
yeah.
USB type of vibes. But I don't know why they were doing that way. But it was not such a bad song.
Yeah. Maybe how you presented it.
Maybe they just hate it because I don't know, man. They don't know who's this, and
Yeah.
he just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's a kid,
Just a
blah,
kid.
blah. So they're booing me, and because I had passion and I wanted to fight it, I was still on stage while they're booing. But
Yeah.
like people,
Wow.
Zimba,
Yeah.
it was just crazy. You know, moon,
Yeah.
and I'm in grade 8. It was just crazy. So it kind of.
Did it build you?
Yeah, it did build me because a lot of people thought that in that process it was gonna break me.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it was Friday. On Monday when I pulled through to school, everybody walked out their class to see me. They were,
What?
I was like,
Dude, you were already famous.
yeah, that's
That is
the
fame.
thing.
That is fame.
That was fame.
I mean,
feel like
a lot of celebrities right now in the industry, they are going through what you went through. In high
yeah,
school.
and I was still young at that time.
Yeah.
So it was crazy because after that, man, that school like it was overpopulated. Like,
Yeah. It was
overpopulated.
A lot of y'all,
yeah, and I was the youngest, so it means they were older than me, who've been doing the same thing. So now it's fine. Now everybody's out in their class, they're making noise, they're taking videos, the type of art, and it's fine. I didn't think of it that much until I went to post a post on Facebook. You know what I mean? So that post went viral. I think it was 1K shares, and like a lot of people from that school were in that post. And I started realizing, I have a lot of people in my neck because there were people after every little mistake I was making. If I post something on Facebook with wrong spelling, they're after it.
What?
So
Dude,
I had a
what?
lot of people on my neck
This
at
nigga
that
is
time.
already famous.
And I was young.
Yeah.
I was young. So I had to bounce back. I had to go create something that's gonna relate to everybody. That's something gonna move something in somebody.
So during those times, who were your influences in music? Yeah, who was influencing you?
I feel like me growing up in music, I was only playing keyboard.
Other than your uncle.
Other than my uncle.
Yeah, who were some of...
Okay, I can't remember very well back in the day, but I'll try to...
Yeah.
But so far...
What year was that then? In grade 8?
Grade 8. There has to be like... Yeah, damn, I have to calculate. I will have to calculate.
I want to tell you which era the music was at so that you can
Because
remember.
at that time I did 6 years in high school, and so that has to be 9 years back or 10 years back, like 2014, 2015.
Or somewhere 2014,
Yeah,
2015. Yeah, it was around the era of Boys in the Bucks.
Yeah.
Dope
Dreams.
Yeah,
That was my favorite
yeah,
song,
yeah.
Dope Dreams. That was my favorite song. I just woke up from a dope dream.
Yeah.
And what happened to those
Yeah.
niggas? Because they just disappear. Like,
Yeah, man. This industry is not how we see it, you know. The Abu Malum Cool Cat, they still out there. They pushing the younger generation. I saw he released a song with Usimamani and Tony Daimani, which are like the new cats in the industry. So they're doing well. Ricky died, of course.
but don't you think maybe he's just using them because they're shining out their pride?
Nah. I think he's proud because, especially with like Tony Daimani, he has much of his style, you know.
Oh yeah.
I think he's proud. I believe that he's proud.
He's just a proud dad, man.
Yeah, more like a proud dad. Yeah.
So yeah, at that time, and I think what I can remember is Emtee. Emtee spoke to me a lot of time. He.
I saw a song that you did,
and I wanted to put him on.
Yeah. So it has a vibe of Emtee. Yeah.
And I have this other EP I did, I think 2019.
And the music video is fire.
It's from 2019. You can think of it.
The music video is fire.
And that song I made it like 2019.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is from 2019. That video is from 2020.
So who would be your dream collaboration?
It will still be Emtee.
Emtee.
Yeah.
Even now.
Shit. So like it just I had moments and I had songs that I was like, this nigga have to hop on the song.
Yeah.
And my hard drive crashed and I end up making more songs and the same script keep on coming back. This nigga have to hop on the song. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's really just crazy when you're trying to reach out to somebody and you really can't get that.
Yeah, and he seems like the easiest person to get a hold of. You know, one of the easiest. He looks very humble.
But the thing is, J Molu once wanted to cooperate with them not so long ago, and now they are fighting. And there are rumors that he says that J Molu Emtee is always high, and which we see that on his videos. So it's kind of tricky. And even Emtee, the legend himself, he haven't gave us like an album in a while. So it tells you maybe he's just going through that path where he can work or. So if he can't work with himself, it's going to be difficult for him to work with
someone else.
So I just saw it that way and I was like, it's okay.
Take us through your songwriting process.
Yeah.
How do you go about it?
Okay, with that, it depends because there are times where I want to tell a story and there are times where I want to tell you how I feel.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So if I want to tell a story, it's more easier for me because I just have to sit down and write what I know, what I've been through.
Yeah.
And I will just try to highlight it to the most interesting part in my story and I use that as a song. And when coming to a beat, it depends again if I'm the one who's making the beat or I got the beat from somebody else. But if I'm making the beat, I'll have to just pick a story, sit down, highlight the story, and then write the song and go make the beat. But maybe if I want to tell you how I feel, it's where I have to use my emotions in the beat and then use those emotions to write how I feel.
Yeah. So you have to listen to the beat first.
But not just any beat. If I'm telling you how I feel, I have to make a beat according to my emotions. And that's how I'm going to use it.
Oh, yeah. You also make beats.
I've been making beats before I started making music.
So okay, tell us about how you make a whole song. Let's say it's a storytelling song. How do you... I want to know from like how you wake up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you do? How do you... You know, like sometimes some people have like rituals, you know, like they do like some sort of rituals before they tap into that. So do you have any of those?
Yeah, I think I can say I have to just connect with my God, prayer. I guess that's one thing that I use. Beside that, I wake up, it depends what's my schedule for the day. Like, there were times where I used to write music at school, and there were times I used to write music at work, and there are times where I used to write music just chilling. So for me, when I went to say I want to create the song, man, that feeling comes to me. I can't just wake up and say, today we're going to make a certain song.
Oh, yeah.
That feeling comes.
It has to come to you.
Yeah, it has to speak to me. Like, that's why it took me 4 years to drop new music, because that feeling was no longer there anymore. Like,
okay. Then where do you draw the inspiration? Where do you what sparks that feeling to come?
Yeah. With that, it's just something that you have big dreams. You want to be a superstar, and how long have I been chasing these things? Like it's forever, and now we get to sit down and be like, okay, now we're no longer making progress. Why? We lacking motivation. We gotta get that motivation back. I mean, You go listen to motivation videos. You go more to gym. Those type of vibes. Just you and you time. Just speak to yourself. Be like, what's really going on, man? Well, why are we like this? What is it that we have to change? Like, let's bring back that energy. Let's bring back that Casey.
I like that you're talking about that, the change.
Yeah.
How would you say your music has evolved since, I don't know, since the 13-year-old, since you went through the 13-year-old, the 11-year-old who started making beats, and then you got to high school. That was like 12, 13, where you were like rapping and all that. How would you say your music has evolved from then up to now?
I guess I told you what happened first time performing in high school. So with that, it was With that, it was something that it pushed me in a way, because I had to come back and perform again in that school, second year. And one thing that I knew, that I couldn't come back with the same sound. So I had to sit down with myself and trying to create something that would fit with the people. I had to go sit down with myself and go to come up with something that would fit with the people. And it was not an easy part to play, you know.
Yeah.
But what I like about the whole thing is when I look at the 11-year-old, the 13-year me making music, before I left high school, I did perform something, and I saw a difference between my first time performing and my last time performing. Because I remember last time when I was performing, I think I was in grade 11. They introduced my name and I was working from behind. Like the whole hall was going crazy. Everybody was on top of the chairs.
Yeah.
And you remember, it's high school.
Yeah.
I'm in grade 11 and grade 10.
Yeah. So now you are...
Yeah, now I'm somebody...
And their love.
Yeah, I'm somebody who they just fuck with at that time.
What?
So it was really crazy, man. Getting so much love at that time. And it gave me a hope where, like, you see, these people, when you leave the hood to the city, this is your people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just crazy. But there's a lot of change in the music, like sound, the story. I couldn't tell a story before. Like I used to make music for girls, type of raps. Till I was like, how about we make music for me, for ourselves? Let's sit down,
tell a story. Do you think you're ever gonna go back and maybe make a homecoming event?
Yeah, I'm thinking of making a show at home. Even if, like, not a big show, but just the listening session with few people.
How is it gonna be like? Why don't you make it big?
I feel like we're not in the right space to make it big, because now we have a competition with Amapiano, and if you just want to come back that side and say you want to make a big event, hip hop event, it's really tough. Unless if you have a name, so I feel like I have to carry a name from here.
It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be hip hop.
It
can be like the main, you know, like you are the main act, right? Yeah, you can make the main act hip hop, but still you collaborate with like other genres, other artists who make different genres.
So imagine if now you booked everybody Amapiano and you're the only one who's the main and what hip hop. Now everybody like the energy Amapiano, you get to be like, I'm the main guy and I'm gonna pull up with hip hop.
Okay. So why are you doing this? Let's get there first. Why are you doing the event?
Oh, the event. Okay, remember I had an event last year called Limpopo Superstar.
Yeah.
And the whole truth is that event, it was supposed to happen 4 years ago, 2020. It was called Help Me to Build a Dream.
Yeah.
I used the same picture, but I just changed the highlights, the people who were supposed to perform, because they were supposed to be in the hood, and it ended up being in the city. And then instead of Help Me to Build a Dream, I was like, how about we change it to Limpopo Superstar? Because it sounded like, hey, this one's just desperate. And
oh, yeah.
And the reason why I might doing all this is because I feel like a lot of people at home would be like, you always performing in the city, but we don't actually see you performing at home.
Yeah.
When was the last time you performing at home? And I just want to take something at home, which I want to build something at home, not just one-time event, maybe once a month or once a year. And I want it to be a forever thing, type of Black Label vibes.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that in Limpopo.
Big. Yeah. That's big for Limpopo, and I think it's gonna be inspirational to the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change angle.
We always see that in TV on the internet. Yeah. We always see that in the TV on the internet.
Yeah, you only see that on the internet.
So it's really crazy, like too crazy. And another thing else, what if you do that and it doesn't work out? I mean, not so many people love live music, you know. Not so many people will prefer that.
I think more people enjoy live music. A lot of people.
Limpopo, but enjoy Makompo.
Yeah, Makompo is live music.
Like that.
I see his trending.
And everybody in Limpopo love that guy. So imagine you wanna come make live music with Limpopo. Like, nah, you gotta like match their energy. Like, shit.
Yeah. That is my other question. Why are you not rapping in Sepedi?
Oh, no.
You do?
You didn't listen to my previous project. You didn't listen to my previous project.
So you do?
Yeah, recently, like Limpopo Superstar. Yeah, Limpopo Superstar does that.
Oh,
God did. There's vernac in it, like Spady.
I love that.
And not Spitori, Spady.
Yeah, Spady. Yeah, I love that, bro. I see Marcus Harvey is doing it.
Yeah, and he's fire, dude. He's fire. And there's this other guy too. But I think it's Pitorian, like he sings.
Who's that?
He sings. Who's that guy? He has a song called Naledi.
Oh, Espacio Dios.
Yeah,
I love Espacio Dios. It's not Spitori.
He's Spedi. Swana.
Just Swana. Yes.
Oh, Swana.
Yeah. Espacio Dios is.
Yeah, he's dope.
Oh,
he's dope. What? And I think I saw him with Mesh Beats or something like that.
Yeah, he's been in the game,
Blakey.
He's been in the game. I found out about Espacio Dios in 2018. 2017, 2018. Yeah, there's an album, I forgot the name of it, where he has Abo Anati.
Yeah.
So he's been in the game, but I don't know, he's underrated, but he's amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing. No, I think that I knew him because of TikTok and not so long ago.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe a year or a few months.
Yeah.
Only because of TikTok.
So do you ever see your style changing? Do you ever want to tap into other genres or styles?
Yeah, I guess with Casey, he had a different type of sound, and then Limpopo Superstar just came with something new. Like, it's different to my sound. If you go listen to the two projects, it's so different with Casey. Like, I rap a lot. Unlike Bomalome, that's talking about with Casey. It's kind of ambitious vibe. Like, and then now I'm trying to rap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to rap hard.
Yeah. Are you currently working on anything?
Yeah, I have a few projects that I have.
Tell us about them.
I have this song called Enough. So with Enough, I'm just saying that, man, enough is enough. Like, we are tired and we can't keep up like this. And I'm just saying that, don't see me like this. I'm actually pushing through the pain. Like, I'm pushing through the pain. And the verse just goes like, when I shoot, I'll never miss. This my chance, so let me be. I've been working since grade 3. I've been grinding on my knees. So I'm just saying that, like, this is my time, and I'm about to shoot, and I know I'm gonna miss it.
Oh yeah, I like that energy.
I know I'm gonna miss the target. So, and another song, I'm a piano. So I can't speak more about that because I made the beat and I gave somebody to do the vocals.
Yeah.
So I feel like.
So you're not gonna be putting the vocals on the song. Okay.
I'm gonna be a producer.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like I have to use that. Listen, after I'm gonna try to rebuild Casey.
Yeah, and who is making the beats? Is it Casey or the Limpopo Superstar?
It's Casey.
Okay.
It's Casey.
So Casey is more of the genius.
Casey is the main guy of the whole thing. He's the main
guy. He's the one who started everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then he got stuck, and we were scared to rebuild him. We were scared to face the damage. We're like, we can deal with that now. Let's build somebody new. It's gonna be easy.
Limpopo Superstar.
Yeah. So we got Limpopo Superstar now. So at least now we can focus on him at the same time trying to rebuild Casey. Because now if we want to rebuild Casey, we can just put him in the garage and nobody's watching. Unlike that time where there was nobody else, it was just only Casey.
Yeah.
So now we can just take Casey in the garage and fix step by step, and Limpopo Star will just be replacing him at that time.
Yeah, I know a lot of artists. They have that alter ego on the side.
Yeah.
I think it's a dope thing. I do have it, but I haven't like really established it. So I just know there are times where I feel like creating in a certain way.
Different than the way you usually do.
Different than the way that I'm used to, than the natural way. So how does your studio sessions look like? How do you, your studio sessions?
The last time I had a proper studio session, that was 2 years ago.
What? So how do you work on music? Do you just write?
No, I still record, but it's not the proper.
Oh yeah. So now you're talking about your ideal studio session. Yeah. What does it look like?
Okay, let me give you an example. Like that time when I was at home, I had full equipment in my room. I had keys, I had everything, a mic, I had everything.
Yeah.
So obviously that prime of my life, I wasn't doing anything. I was just waking up depressed, sleeping depressed. So I wake up, bake, and then go make a beat. And then after making a beat, I actually decided like, how's the feeling today? Are we gonna make more beats, or are you gonna use those beats to record? But most of the times, actually, I just make beats the whole day. I can make like 10 beats, and I'm gonna like pick a day, be like, okay, today we're gonna make a song. And it might happen that day I made 4 songs, but I won't keep one. The rest I delete.
Oh yeah. So you're searching for a certain sound.
A certain sound, and still doesn't mean that if I picked it, I won't come back to it. I will still come back to fix some things, and it takes me time.
Yeah. Your process seems long.
Because
that is art.
I feel like there's this quote says that if you don't love it, why would they like it?
Yeah. I like that.
You get what I'm trying to say?
So we didn't talk about a lot about collaborations.
Yeah.
What is your take on that? Do you like collaborating? Do you like, and like, how does your collaboration look like? Do you like having a lot of artists in the same studio where you're creating, or do you like, what is your take on collaborations?
On collaboration, it's like, now I'm gonna make a song or make a beat. Okay, that's actually how I do it. That's the first craft of my music, which it's me and my studio. That's when I'm gonna make a beat and craft that song. I record the song with my mic, but I still have to take the project to a certain studio to record the full version of the song.
Oh, so it's more like you make the prototype.
Yeah.
And
then in that process, that first draft, I'm gonna be like, okay, this sound dope, actually. Give into my beat dope on the second verse.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit you up, and I'll be like, that's the first draft of the song, and I want you on the second verse. It has a hook, it has a verse, it has everything, it has backup, but we're going to record it in a proper studio.
Okay.
Yeah. But with that, I think I've done that twice, and then the whole cooperation that I have on my songs, it's people that most of the time it was my producer. He was in the studio, I make a song, he'd be like, this is fire, let me jump on the second verse. And at that time it was his equipment, I couldn't say no, and then he just jumped on my song. Like, that's how I actually have features on my music. Besides that,
so you don't like collaboration?
Nah, at all. Unless if actually I need you in that song.
Or
maybe I just need you for something. Like there was time in high school, these other guys who had the impact in the hood. So actually, I needed them to get recognized, not that I needed them in the song.
Oh yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? So that's how most of my collaboration come up with. Like, it's just, if I need something, or maybe I need you in the second verse, I feel like this song is dope and it will look like if to hype it up on the last verse, or maybe on the hook, because I feel like I have to do verses only. But then recently with Limpopo Superstar, we were like, how about we try something new? Let's try to cooperate like with few people. Because my 2 songs, okay, the first one I'm alone, and the second song I have 2 people in it, and then the third one that I'm going to drop, I have 2 people again on it, and I'm not even on the song. I just make the beat.
Yeah, I think collaboration,
it's dope.
Are good, because now it's like different worlds trying to create one world.
So it took me time to actually understand how important collaboration could be.
What would you say is like a valuable lesson you have learned in your music making journey?
Damn. if it doesn't come from the heart, you're trying to sell it.
I like that.
People gonna hear like, this one trying to sell this thing. It doesn't come from their heart. He's just trying to make money. It doesn't come here. So I learned that the hard way. That you have to put your whole heart in the song. You have to listen to the song and like fell in love with it. Not because it's your song, but because it's a song that you made. And then like with that, it's something that's gonna go with so many people. But what they tell it. And then what are you trying to change? What's the impact on people? Are you trying to make them dance? Or are you trying to make them change? Or are you trying to put them in the right direction?
I like that. That is actually dope.
Yeah.
So like music, okay, I wanna ask you this question, but I'm gonna change angle.
This the story that people never heard. Cushioning God like the fuck we see it. I was young but I had to deal with that. Demons come in my way. There's no way I'm losing my faith. There's no way music will never pay. I remember having nothing in the fridge. Every night there was nothing to eat. These days I've been feeling like R. Kelly, but these days I'm never looking back. Trust me, this was never part of the plan.
We were talking about collaborations and all that. So I wanna know, like, you see how music is very like a competitive industry already.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated to keep going in such a crowded industry?
If I feel like I'm lacking motivation, sometimes I just have to go back home. And just look at how they're living, and now get to realize that why we left in the first place.
But how do you, I don't know how to put this, but
it's like, I think I get a question. I feel like now you feel like giving up, like the motivation is no longer there, and now you took a break to go back at home. And you still feel like, oh, my mom still wakes up at 4 every day, so she can go to work, so she can take care of the family. And to think about it, we started all this so she can stop doing all that. So it just reminds you, like, yo, man,
I can do this also.
You can do this. You have to just hurry up. Running out of time.
But don't you, I guess this is how I have to put my question. Don't you get intimidated in this industry? Because a lot of people are doing it. Some people are failing. And even with the people who are making it, they're not really making it.
It's scary, man. Like I just told you now, they're saying that my idol is on some heavy things and he can't like finish a song.
Who's your idol?
We spoke Emtee.
Oh yeah.
So now it's really crazy to think of, hey Joe, you look up to this guy and he looks broke. He doesn't look nice, and then we're still in the path to get where he is. So it's scary, man. It's something that I always knew that I'm not the only one who want to make music. When I left though, but there was that thing that like, man, they don't have what I have, and they don't know what I know. They haven't went what I went through.
Do you see it in their eyes when you say they don't know what you have? Who are you talking about?
The competition in the game.
Oh yeah, okay.
I get like,
they don't have what you have.
Yeah, I get it. It's a competition. The reason why everybody it's not making it, it's because maybe they were never an artist. They just made one song, blow up.
Oh yeah. Did you say the same thing about Emtee? Do you think? Yeah.
Nah.
You think he's way creative?
He's way too creative. I feel like he's just stuck.
Yeah. And he just needs to figure it out.
Yeah, but recently he dropped the track called Believer.
Yeah.
So
I saw that.
It was fire. And he killed this remix, in this feature. It was who? Loco. Yeah, that song, Loco. If I'm pronouncing his name right.
I don't know.
Loki. How do you pronounce it?
Loki. I don't know.
You don't know him? Yeah, nigga's fire.
Loki is it the guy who looks like AKA? With the guy who looks like Drake with hair.
Okay. I think he has few songs with KO.
Oh, Loki.
Yeah.
Yo, I know the guy.
He had his
Loki.
recent song. I think it's even top 1 hip hop charts. What? Recently, that song it's fire. And
what?
I loved Emtee verse. I feel like my boy's coming back. Then if he can kill a verse like this, he's coming back.
So since he's your idol, what do you think is the different thing that you do
that I don't end up in his shoes?
Yeah, that you don't end up.
I feel like maybe he's smoking too much, or he's like heavy on some heavy things. So I shouldn't do that.
Heavy on some heavy things.
I shouldn't do that. It's scary, man. Like then when these nigga talk, like be like, hey, actually, what's wrong with this nigga? And even the recent song Believer, it's not really Emtee like the real Emtee we know,
but it's better.
It's better. Like it's like, oh, okay, he's not dead, then he's still there. He just have to figure out some things out.
Yeah.
So with that, man, it just would change. Like one day I was at Black Label, and then I don't know how I end up in that stage. They had this other
Annex.
Yeah. They were making an event called Change what.
Yeah.
And then it happened that their speaker they had is this guy that he's been a DJ for 26 years. He started DJing violin.
Vinyls.
Yeah. And then he went to the CD. He went to the USB. Now the question for him was like, how were you able to develop from violins to the CD, from CD to USB? How was the journey for you? And for him, he was like, I don't remember very much.
Yeah.
And then I was high the whole time. And then now he goes to saying that what happened in that 26 years, like he could have done much things because he had an impact in the youth. But he doesn't even have a song that he produced for himself. It's now that he's trying to produce a song after 26 years. But why is because he was smoking drugs too much. So with that, I see that it killed so many dreams.
Yeah.
So many people are suffering from that.
Yeah. A lot of artists, especially music artists.
Yeah.
They die because of drugs. That is why I'm so afraid of making music.
Or they're stuck because of drugs.
I love making music, but the thing is, I'm very obsessive on my art.
Yeah.
So I think music is gonna make me tap into that. You know, it's gonna make me tap into substances.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe the reason why artists use substances, it's not because of they're trying to be creative.
No, it's because they're trying to stay creative.
Not most of cases.
What do you think is the reason?
Music will destroy you, like.
It's powerful.
So I feel like when they get to lose themselves, instead of searching for themselves, they use drugs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying they just trying to stay in this loop of creating. They're just trying to stay creative.
Yeah,
you know, because
sense.
You know, this creativity thing, you have to. It comes to you. It comes to us. You know, and there's a time where you have to, take in, like eating.
Yeah.
Where you have to take in, and there's a time also where you have to take out. So I think the musicians that are usually on drugs, they just want to be taking out all the time.
They don't want to take in.
Yeah, they don't want to consume. They always want to like release. So yeah, it's that loop that I made a hit, I can make another one. You know, today you have a tour to Mpumalanga, and then from Mpumalanga you go into KZN. There's no time to sleep. You know, what is the closest thing to being active?
You sniff.
Yeah, it's like drugs. You know, it's all the substances, even like coffee, all that.
Yeah.
Most of writers use coffee. So yeah, I think it's that. That's why I like light art. I like music. I love music. I promise you, I get ideas almost every week to make music. I do write songs. Sometimes I do record, but I'm afraid of like tapping into this art fully, you know, to be like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do.
What if have you ever thought about it? Maybe that's your breakthrough.
I think about it every day, bro. Every day. The first reason I decided to go into books was because I was so afraid of music. You know, I was on some, so what is gonna happen if this doesn't work out, or if it works out way beyond my expectations, where now I can't handle it. So that's why I went into like storytelling, like writing books and all that.
You still can do that with music, and it's gonna be more dope.
Yeah, I know I can tell stories in music. I know I do that, bro. I promise you. I just don't. It's not only about releasing. I do record, but I just don't take it that serious. Yeah, you know. I know I can take it serious, but also I know that I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have to die first, so that this Kifenze lives, you know, so that this Kifenze can be born. Also, I think I'm a very creative person. I spend most nights thinking about creativity, thinking about creating, you know. So once I tap into music, it's gonna be crazy. That is one thing I know. So hey, man, I'm afraid of it. As much as I'm afraid of myself.
You're afraid of success. That's what you say.
Well, success has many definitions.
Yeah.
Success has many. I'm afraid of myself. I'm afraid of my own power, in terms of music. Yeah, but yeah, I think eventually I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I just have to have like a different approach. You know, I like maybe like go independent and just nurture my own audience and all that. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about business in music, which is another thing that I do not want to invest in my time in, because I already have another business. I'm already doing this. So how do you balance your creativity and business? How do you balance them? Your music, your music business, and the creative side of it.
Okay, with that, it's crazy because it's a lot, man. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to handle, because at first music need investments, like.
Yeah.
So it require a lot of money. So with that, it just goes with like we'll end up spending money on music, in which the music is not making any money. It doesn't make any income to me. So the music is not making any income. So in my business side, there's not much going on because it's just me paying for my distribute and then paying for my art. Most of the times, like, I get free arts from my little brother. He makes dope arts. Yeah, he makes dope arts. Like, and the best part is I saw my little brother grow in the state. Like, when he wanted to make arts, actually, he was like, "Yo, let me make you an art." He was still using a phone, and I saw him elevate from a phone to making real arts, kaka laptop, Photoshop. So otherwise, there's no much going on in my business side. There's just a lot going on in my creativity. And I feel like if it gets a time where now I'm getting like attention in my business music side, I'll have to get somebody to help me out.
Yeah, you need a team.
Yeah, I'll have to get a team.
Also, that is one thing I'm waking up to, that I actually need a team. No, can't do this alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter, like, it gets a time where you feel like you're gonna need a team, and now you don't need a team.
Yeah. There's a time where you realize, okay,
now
the only thing that is holding me back is because now I don't have a team. Everything is fine. I just need a team. Yeah, I feel like that is where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You should get a team.
Yeah. I'm building on that. I'm building on that. How do you prepare for a live performance? Do you have like rituals? Do you like pray? Do you have to drink water? Do you have to smoke?
I don't smoke before performance.
Yeah.
I have to stay sober though from morning until my performance. Well, unless if it's just open mic, closed mic. But if it's live performance, it's something that I was not used to. Like, I was used to performing on stage with my back tracks. So when I got to the city, I was introduced to Black Label. I was introduced to performing live. Now the mic was open. There's no backtrack. You can't catch up that transposer, that key from your old song you did 4 years ago.
You gotta be authentic.
Yeah, now you gotta stay active. You gotta speak to the people. You gotta communicate and connect with your audience. So it was difficult, man. But other than that, I wake up, I gotta stay sober. I pray, which I always do when I wake up. But that time I'll be including that I'm performing. I'm gonna step out, I'm gonna be on stage. When I'm performing, God, whatever they see, it shouldn't be me. Let them see you through me. Like, it's just the type of prayer that I have. And then I rehearse a lot.
You rehearse a lot?
I rehearse a lot. If I know I'm gonna perform live, I rehearse a lot. Because I have to make sure that I catch the key. Even when I hop on stage, I have to go back and listen to one of the rehearsals before I perform. It's like I'm too attached to whatever happens on stage. Because a lot of times I'll perform and be like, hey, Mfana, that was a nice performance. In my head, I'm like, hey, nah.
You don't know, like, I messed up.
I messed up.
Yeah. I messed up a lyric.
Yeah. And then my cousin is somebody who I've been doing this with him for a long time. So when I'm performing, like after performance, I'll actually ask him. For him, he's going to be honest. I'm Mfana, this is whack. So that's why I love him. He's going to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And with that, it's going to help me to be like, hey, Mfana, now we're performing. We got to do better than last time. We should not be swag this time.
Yeah.
No, we got to pull up the socks. Yeah. So I just get better every time. Preparing for live performance just require a lot of practice. Due time practicing, and they shouldn't lie to you, man. If you don't practice, that shit cannot come up right. Doesn't care how talented you are.
You can fake your way.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people just do one song and then it takes them forever to come up with something dope like that. Because
what is one thing about you that you think people might be surprised to learn?
A lot, man. A lot of people think that I'm rude or I'm just somebody who's not open or I don't know. And the thing is, I had so many relationships growing up in my high school, and I had so many fallouts in those relationships, and it went out to a point that I don't talk loud about my situation.
Okay.
So when I hop off those relationships, my exes went out and they told a story about me. Like, Casey, he's like this, Casey does that, Casey. And then I just kept quiet the whole time.
Are you a private person?
Too private.
Yeah, I can tell.
And then after all that, like, there's just so many stories about Casey outside that I don't even know. That I get surprised one day I meet somebody. They're like, man, they said that now you don't do this, now you're rude. I'm like, nah.
Crazy.
I'm not like that, yo. I'm usually friendly as fuck, and I speak to people. I love people. Just I respect everybody.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanna go out there and do this in my name, say like he's that guy, I let it slide. And people get surprised every time I'm born and be like, I'm Fanapella. The character they're telling us that you are, and this case it's so different.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So like I don't know. The fact that I G my box, like I'm more focused at work. A lot of people think maybe I'm in the city because I have a funding from parents. They don't know that.
Oh yeah.
They don't know that
they actually work.
I work. Like I'm grounding this shit for myself. I'm the one who's paying rent. I'm actually the one who's like paying school fees. I'm on all by myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of people get surprised when they come close to me when I tell them that, like, oh, this is actually my story. In fact, be like, that's not how we actually saw it.
So the year is almost ending. We are approaching September. What are your goals for next year?
Next year I don't wanna work anymore.
Yeah.
I wanna be in the city at the same time, making enough money to pay rent through my music.
Yeah. Okay, that is dope.
Next year I wanna make sure that I can travel from here to go see my parents through my music.
Yeah.
Next year I wanna make sure when like somebody calls me, like say like, yo, I'm in the city, I wanna come see you. I wanna make sure like I can say like, nigga, pull through, because I'm gonna be comfortable in my space.
You probably need a team as well.
For sure.
You probably need it
for next year.
Yeah, for next
for
year.
Next year.
And you start building it right now.
Yeah.
You don't wait for next year. You start building it right now. Yeah.
I met few people in my, like I met you in the process. So I just met incredible people that I know who to call.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
So I know we talked a lot about God and all that, but I want to know, what is your relationship with God?
Damn. I was waiting for that question my
Really?
session.
Did you see it?
Eh?
Did you see it? Did you see it on?
I didn't say it. I'm just saying I was hoping and waiting that you asked me that. Like,
Yeah. I'm a very God person lately, which is surprising. But yeah. What is your relationship?
My relationship with God, I was raised in church, man. I knew God from young age.
Yeah.
I had a relationship with my God from young age. Like,
you were raised in church, as in like people came to your home to church.
My dad is a pastor.
Okay.
I didn't mention that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same with my mom. And he's a bishop. He has a branch or a few branches under his name, under the church. So I was raised in church. Like I was introduced to God, I think, when I was still inside my mom's belly.
In the womb.
Yeah. So growing up, my mom and my dad taught me that there's no way out of this all beside God.
God, yeah.
And I was raised in church, where I think after that process of me 9 years, there was a time where I was like more serious with God. I think 11, 12, I don't remember very well. But there was time where my dad used to trust me with the pulpit to preach in church.
What? How old were you?
I was young, man. I still have pictures. I was young.
And you would preach?
I would preach.
Yeah.
My dad would give me say he said today.
Yeah.
You the one who's gonna preach.
What? You know that Bible very well, man. You know the Bible very well.
I knew Bible, or maybe God was using me. The relationship with my God, I could listen to him. I could hear him like speak.
Or maybe you used to mimic your father?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you a story then.
Sure.
One time, my dad was invited to a conference, like the whole church. In the conference, while we were there, I don't know why, I don't know how. When I think about that situation now, it scares me.
Yeah.
Recently, I fixed my relationship with God. That's why I was keep on saying, me praying. I'm still fixing a relationship, or I did fix a relationship.
Yeah.
So when I think about that situation, it scares me now. Like, I'm like, what actually happened that day?
Yeah.
I stood up and I ended up taking the mic and
started preaching.
Yeah, not preaching, but just spreading the word of God.
What was the situation? Tell us about
the situation. It was my dad was invited to that conference, but he didn't prepare the youth team to sing.
Oh, yeah.
So there was nobody to represent my dad's church.
Yeah.
When everybody like was singing testimony, like there was nothing from my dad's side.
Yeah.
Till I stood up.
What? Hey, that takes some guts, bro.
Like, it's exactly, that's what I'm saying. It scares me. And while I was doing that, I took the whole church to praise and worship. Like, so now we were praising God. Do you know what's a praise and worship?
Tell me about it.
Praise and worship, it's a moment where we sing. After that, we praise God. We don't ask God anything. We don't complain to God. We don't do anything. We just tell him how worthy and how wonderful he is.
Yeah. It's like gratitude.
Yeah, we just tell him that he's wonderful. We don't ask for anything. And we don't cut it unless we're all done. It doesn't matter if there's one person still praising God.
Oh, I love that. I'm getting inspired right now. I'm already getting into spirit.
So like, I ended up leading the whole church to praise and worship that day. And when that pastor of that church were to speak, to preach that day, he spoke about me, how my dad was so lucky to have a son like me.
Yeah.
And that takes me to a moment where I feel like it was hard for my dad to say, I don't want to be in church anymore, I want to go be a rapper. So it was a difficult thing for him, and it took me time again to realize that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. So man, my relationship with God, it was so wonderful from a young age. I seen God, man. Like, you see, when Moses was sent by God to go free the Israel in the hands of Pharaoh, but still in the way the Israel was still in denial and ignorant. I feel like that's how my life just turned up recently. I mean, growing up, man, I seen God. I seen God open the Red Sea the same way in Moses. I seen God open the situation in my life that I never thought I would go through. But still, I still choose to be ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it took me time to be like, man, we gotta fix our relationship with God. That's why I had to be like, Limpopo superstar, let's take Casey to rebuild him.
Yeah.
And I believe when we're gonna come back as Casey, it's gonna be a brand new person, because now we're fixing all that. Even if it takes me to go back to church fully. Because recently when I was praying, God asked me like, I hear you that you're praying, I brought you back, but what if what you're doing is not what I want you to do?
Oh, okay. Is that intuitive? What is that intuitive? Where is that coming from? Is it coming from your inner voice?
Inner voice. When I was praying, like, I had a relationship with God. Remember, relationship work both ways.
Yeah.
It's like your phone.
Yeah.
You speak, you communicate with me.
Yeah.
So God works that way. It doesn't matter if He's gonna speak directly to you. He's gonna use something to speak to you.
Dang, this is music. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're speaking to me right now. Yeah, so speaking to me.
So yeah, I had that, man. From young age, that relationship is something that I always had.
So, my last question is, what is your story?
My story is, I was born and raised in a Christian church.
Yeah.
While you're on it, I saw my uncle introduced me to good things, like
dreams of becoming a superstar.
You can be a superstar. You can be anything that you want to be. And he taught me how to play all that, and it happened that one day he's no longer with us. And now I had a choice to make. Do I actually believe in myself to that point? Because there was a time where if you come back from
me. This nigga would beat my ass so I can make cheats. So now there's nobody who's forcing me to do all that. You just all by yourself. There's nobody who's pushing you. So I had to decide, by the way, like, we're gonna make music. And on the way deciding that we're gonna make music, I had a fell out with my God. I lost my relationship because it was requiring me to be outside more. I had to dress different. I had to be someone else. I had to change from Letabo to Casey. So after that, I had a lot on the way, and I had big dreams. So I decided to be like, you know what? After grade 12, we're going to the city. We're going to chase dreams. We're going to make this happen. We're going to be a superstar.
Yeah.
And it happened that we actually left the hood, which most of people couldn't do it, especially if you're doing it all by yourself. I mean, it's achievement, actually.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
It takes a lot of God.
That's why a lot of people are not doing it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of God. So when we done that, we got to the city, and it's something that not what we expected. You know what I'm trying to say? Because when we were still in the hood, they'll ask me, dog, like, yeah, you are a rapper and you wanna go to the city make music, but you're not the only one. Remember, there are people who were born in the city who've been making music, who you just come and blow up. I'd be like, nigga, they don't have it like me.
Yeah.
If it takes me to go to clubs, give him a little thing and be like, yo, where's the manager? I wanna come perform. I'll do that. Where's that?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, yeah, I had that motivation to be like, whatever comes on the way, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna face it. I'm gonna go through it.
Yeah.
We got to the city and we saw like, hey, there's a lot going on. You know what I mean? It takes more than just a small kid from the village who has big dreams. You know what I mean? It just takes you believing in yourself. It takes more than that. It doesn't just you. I believe in myself, and then we hear it's gonna happen. It takes more than that. You gotta put in the work. And while I'm in the city, a lot of things happen, man. A lot of things happen. Lost founding, and I went back, and like I said, prayed about it. I came back.
Your story is very long and inspiring.
Yeah,
you know.
But my story is I'm on my way to becoming a superstar.
Shut up. I like that.
I'm on my way to show kids that, man, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what happened to you. You are a superstar. You can do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm on my way, man. That's just my story.
We're closing.
I hope my people gonna meet me soon.
Take it to Toro Taka.